Juicy flavor, it's rich marbling, it's tenderness and texture. It's the ribeye. It's our guest's favorite steak. It's one of your favorite steaks. It's my favorite steak. And it's going to be an unbelievable deal for today and today only. This is Rastelli's 10 9-ounce reserve black Angus ribeye steaks. Only a small percentage is considered reserve at Rastelli. It's 45-day aged, and the one and only time it's frozen is before it's shipped to you. Now, last year we did 8 of these steaks for $149.98. This year we're doing 10 for the same money. What? You're getting more product for less money? Yes. And you're getting 2 packets of the garlic roasted herb butter, and you're getting the Rastelli seasoning packet. All of it comes together, and all of these are individually packed. So when you get your box of 10, they're all individually packed inside, all vacuum sealed and ready for you to thaw out and cook any way you like. You can put them on the grill. You can put them on a cast iron skillet. You can put them on the induction cooktop, even put them in an air fryer or an oven. Whatever the case may be, we're going to help you with a beautiful, beautiful steak. One that is juicy, one that is richly marbled, one that is full of tenderness and texture, and the soft decal, which makes the ribeye worth the trip. This is today's special value. And if you're thinking this was a year ago at $149.98, well, you'd be right about the price. But we're giving you more product for less money this year. That's what makes it so great. Plus, we're including all that butter that is melting on these. Ray Rastelli is here, 48 years in business. And may I also say happy anniversary to you and your wife.
Thank you so much. 48 years for that too, David. So
and
we're very
today
happy
is the
about
day. And she's watching right now.
She is
and
watching.
her first name is?
Jerry.
Jerry.
Yes.
All right, Jerry and Ray celebrating the big anniversary. These steaks are beautiful.
They are. They're big, David. They're the biggest ribeyes we've ever brought. As you said, last year we offered 8. This year we're offering 10. It took a year for us to work with the farmers, the ranchers, the people that I've been working with for over 40 years to create this, to create my favorite steak, the ribeye steak that's full of juicy. Look at how juicy that is. Now that garlic or butter that you see melting on there, we've included that this year, which is brand new for you. And what that does is it just gives you that
just a little bit, just a little bit on there. Just let that start to melt down. Okay.
Look at that.
All right, there it is. This is an unbelievable steak experience, and this breaks down to $14.99 per steak. I don't know if you've been to the grocery store lately and seen what they charge for a ribeye steak. Well, it's a lot, and you don't have any idea how long it's been sitting there, maybe how many times it's been frozen. This has been frozen one time only. When you receive it, it'll be frozen. Now, we have 2 ship weeks. We have the immediate ship, and we have the week of 6/24. If you go with the immediate ship, this arrives in time for Father's Day.
Yes, it does.
So this could be a great, great gift. And we also have 6/24, and we have auto delivery. Now, auto delivery is important because you've taught me, Mr. Rastelli, that as demand goes up, the price goes up.
It does, and especially in the summertime, whenever you've got items that are for grilling, David, like burgers and steaks, of course, that price goes up and up and up. So we're really excited to be able to bring this tonight. Just really a very, very special steak, and with 2 additional steaks. So that's kind of our gift to you for Father's Day.
It's dinner for 2 on the house.
Dinner for 2 on the house.
Dinner for 2 on the house. I'm going to take a little taste here because I can hold back no longer. This is remarkable stuff. And what you're going to love about these bites is that they're all tender, they're all juicy, they're all richly marbled. This is what you get with a ribeye. You get all that flavor.
You do.
I've been dreaming about this all day. All day. I'm going to wreck this cutting board. Now, if you have tasted ribeye before from Rastelli, give us a call. Share your story at 1-800-395-1601. We would love to take as many calls as we have time for. This is a beautiful steak and a big steak, 9 ounces.
It is, David. You can see how big this steak is, right? We have trimmed it completely. We've made sure that our butchers, after we've aged it for 45 days, we completely trim it. But I want to show you how big this steak is. So this is easily a steak for 2 in a lot of cases. So what I like to do when I actually serve my steaks, instead of serving the steak whole, because it's really a lot of steak, I just like to take it and trim it, just slice it down into these beautiful strips.
Right.
And I'm going to show you how quickly this can be done. Now, remember, after you pull this off your grill or out of your oven or out of your air fryer, just go ahead and drop that butter on top, a little bit of the seasoning, look at this, right on top. And then, David, you know what I like to do at that point? Then I just take my spatula And you know what? I am going to make dinner for 2 out of 1. Look at how many ribeye slices I got out of that steak.
Now, Mr. Rastelli is spending his anniversary day with us, but when he gets home, you can be sure he's going to make a beautiful romantic dinner for he and his bride.
Yes.
This is remarkable stuff. Don't miss out on this opportunity. Everybody is looking to add this to their freezer, and the fact that these are individually packaged means you can tuck them sideways, tuck them beside the ice cream, wherever they fit in the freezer.
That's right. You know, whether it's, and remember, they're going to stay in your freezer for up to 12 months in that vacuum package, so you may even just take that 10 and take a couple to a barbecue with you, or maybe give Dad a couple of them just for Father's Day. But they're going to last a very long time in that freezer.
Last year we did 8 steaks for $149.98. This year we're giving you 2 bonus steaks plus 2 packets of the roasted garlic herb butter, and we're giving you the seasoning pack. Everything is included, and this is what your box looks like. It comes in the reserved box, in the black label box, and inside all of your steaks are individually vacuum sealed. This is remarkable. Plus you're getting not 1 but 2 packets of the roasted garlic herb butter. So this is going to be something really special, and then you also get the signature seasoning. All of this shipping either immediately or the week of 6/24. If you go with the immediate ship, this will arrive in time for Father's Day, which is the 16th day of June. So all this is coming up, and everybody is looking to stock up and save with that auto delivery, because remember, with auto delivery, every 60 days we deliver more of these steaks, and you enjoy something really, really special. Now, the ribeye all comes from the prime rib roast.
The prime rib, and you know, this is really where it all starts. It starts for me on the farms, and it starts on the meat block, right? So once we get our ranchers to actually create this beautiful, beautiful black Angus prime rib, you can see what we do with it. Now it's covered with fat, it's got bone on the bottom, but what we do is we age it with all of this on there. And that aging process is really important, because the aging process lets the enzymes and the proteins actually begin to tussle. That tussle actually breaks down the fibers. But here's what we do after it's done aging. Well, actually, this is the most important part, David, and that's on the farm. It's making sure for the past 47 years, 48 years now, that our farmers and our ranchers are giving us what we expect. These are beautiful cattle that are in beautiful roaming pastures, clean water, clean air, wholesome. So they are free ranging, and that's really, really important. And once, of course, that gets to us, this prime rib is going to be aged for at least 45 days. Now, once it's aged, here's what we do. We peel all the fat off the top.
I love it.
We take all the bone off the bottom.
Okay.
You're not going to pay for any of that, right? We want to make sure what you get is you get these beautiful steaks. Now, I want you to see what I look at as a butcher, right? This is what I look at.
Oh,
look at that marbling inside of there.
Steak.
Right? That's what every one of your steaks is going to look like. Then we take it and trim it. So you see this excess fat here? We're going to trim that off of there, because we're not going to pay for that. We want to make sure that when this gets to you, it's exactly the same as if you went to a great steakhouse. Look at that steak.
And you want what's marbling is left there to render down as it cooks, because that's going to provide flavor and juiciness and tenderness, because you saw Mr. Rastelli cut that so easily earlier when he cut the steak into strips.
Yep.
Please understand that already 250 of these are gone.
Oh my
250
goodness.
sets are out the door. Many of you are looking to keep a good thing coming with auto delivery, and that means every 60 days we ship you the same thing for the same money. 10 steaks. Now, last year we did 8 for the same price. This year we're giving you 2 bonus steaks and 2 packets of butter, and we're making a beautiful ribeye dinner for you and your family. If you took the whole family out, 10 people to a steakhouse, you better have the big credit card with the big limit, because you're going to need it.
Yes.
Now, do it at home, buy some russet potatoes and a green salad, and make these steaks, and with that garlic herb butter, you've got a beautiful meal.
How simple it is to do. You can just drop this right in your skillet like we've done here. And of course, at the end of that, you take some of that garlic herb butter, drop it right on top, and you have these beautiful steaks. But there's so many things you can do with this steak, David, because it's the prime rib or the ribeye steak, and that's so important. So I want to show you something really, really simple that I love to do, right? And that's a rub. Now, if you're into making a rub of some sort, if you've got your own, that's great. But if you don't have your own, I've actually got a bunch of them. I've put them on the product page for you
On
on
the product
QVC.
detail page.
Yep. So you're going to be able to make a rub. So we've made lots of different rubs here, and let me show you how a rub works. It's really simple. You take your raw steak. Now, this is that beautiful ribeye steak. You see how trimmed it is? We've taken all the fat off of it, and then just take your rub, and this happens to be our all-purpose grilling rub. And all we do, and this has got different types of seasonings and salt and peppers, but all you want to do is drop that on there, and you want to rub it, just like I said, right? Flip it over on the other side.
So we season it on both sides.
Season on both sides. You really want to rub it in, and
don't let that. Should the steaks be at room temperature?
It should be at room. If you get them to room temperature, that's great, and if you get them patted dry, it's even better because this will stick to that steak really, really nicely. And all you do is take that. You can be very generous. Just drop that on your grill. And if you take a look at our grill over there, David, we've got some of those steaks that have actually been cooked on that grill.
We did a beautiful Blackstone griddle, and we did different rubs, and you got so much meeting the surface of the grill. This is why this is so lovely. And then potatoes and onions and maybe some peppers on the side. Lovely. If you are looking to pick up this Blackstone griddle, it is also available. So everybody is looking to do this, and last year we did 8 steaks for $149.98, and there was no butter. This year we're doing 2 bonus steaks plus 2 packs of butter.
Yes.
And the seasoning packet. Everything's included, and they're all individually packaged. This is going to really be a remarkable offer for you, shipping either now, $6.24, and auto delivery every 60 days for 1 year. Remember, this is Ray's favorite steak, and Ray's been a butcher for now 48 years. It takes an impressive donut to turn your head when you make the donuts, right?
Yes, it does.
So this is why it's so important to stock up and make sure that you are ready for summer grilling season or summer cooking season. Because maybe the weather is not agreeing with you and allowing you to get out to the barbecue. Put this in a pan on top of the stove, put this in the oven, put this in the air fryer, however you want to work with it. Now, remember, succulent. Center of the plate steak is what Ray likes to call this. And if you're looking to cut one of these in half, you can make 1 steak dinner for 2 people with 1 steak. That's what makes this so great, because it's a 9-ounce size. It's the only ribeye steak, today's special value, of the year. So this is your opportunity to enjoy something very special. Shall we go back to cutting these steaks because they look remarkable?
Let's go back to, again, the size of this. I mean, look at the size. This is a really big ribeye steak. There's that beautiful garlic herb butter that these just came off the grill, nice and hot. So all you've got to do at that point is always let them rest for about 2 minutes. But I want to show you how my knife just glides through this. And the reason for it, you saw all that marbling, David, in that raw steak that I did. Look at how beautiful this steak is. I mean,
look at that. Where you see juice, you see flavor. I mean, this is a steak you're going to eat end to end, and every single bit of it is going to be richly marbled, juicy in flavor, and give you all that tenderness and texture you're after. Oh, this is so fantastic.
And simple. And this is what I love best about this. So I showed you how to actually do a blackened steak, which is, or actually a rub steak. So it could be blackened, it could be a rub in a different type. But I'm going to show you something I love, and that's out of the air fryer, David. You know, something in the air fryer is really simple to do. And I'm actually, the instructions are there as well. So here's what we're going to do. So if you want to put your steak in the air fryer, and I love doing this because it's really, really simple. If you could hand me that oil there, David.
Yes, of course.
Okay, so all I'd like to do is I take my steak, and I just make sure I get some oil on both sides of that, right? Just want to drop that on there.
And when you say oil, do you mean olive oil?
It could be an olive oil. It could be a vegetable oil. And then all you're going to do is take the seasoning that we give you. Now, we give you this seasoning packet. Just drop that seasoning on that side, pat it in. Drop it on that side, pat it in, and all you've got to do is take this and drop it right into your air fryer, just like I've done here. So in your air fryer, it's going to, at 400 degrees, it's going to take 7 minutes. Then you're going to flip it 7 minutes.
And through the magic of TV, I have one done right here.
I'll put it right on there, David, and I'll cut that. Perfect. I want you to see just what an air fryer does for your steak. So
many of you are saying, wait a minute, you're giving me more steak for last year's price? That's exactly what we're doing. Plus, we're giving you 2 packets of the garlic herb butter, and we're giving you the seasoning packet. Now, this is right out of the air fryer.
Right out of the air fryer, and here's the other thing I love to do with the air fryer. Once it comes out, take that butter that we're giving you, just drop it on top. Now, that butter is going to melt into it because your steak's coming out nice and hot. Maybe give it a minute or two, the rest. But look at the inside of this steak. Again, knife just glides through it because it's so incredibly tender. but I want you to
Look
see
at that.
how beautiful that steak comes out of the
A nice
air
medium
fryer.
steak. Look at that. And look at that butter. And look at the seasoning. And look at the juice and the marbling and the texture. This is what a ribeye is all about. And now over 600 sets of these are gone. Many of you are saying,